Welcome back to Too Many Opinions podcast. This is Sarah.
This is Jeannie. Nah, JK. This is Sarah.
Go ahead.
Hey, Too Many Opinions podcast. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. We have a special guest here today. This is Josh. Josh, go ahead. Tell him about us.
Yes,
Tell him about you.
My name is Josh Abreu. I run a few podcasts. I do a few different things, and I do content creation like most other people, and I do video production on the side as far as a business.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure to add and tag everything so you guys, for all your video production needs, go in, follow, subscribe to his page.
Wow, thank you.
You're very welcome. So Jeannie's not with us today because she had a procedure done, so she's still recovering. She is good though, guys. Mm-hmm. So Josh is filling in, and we're gonna, it was about time that we had a male guest on our show, so this should be fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hold it down for the fellas, man.
We're gonna see.
You guys are spicy as fuck, and I don't ever see anybody debate anything. You guys are so far on one side of the spectrum with it, and
here we
I'm
go.
Just here to provide some violence.
Let the fun begin, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
This is going to be fun. So, Josh, go ahead. You're going to fill in. What's the topic for today?
The topic for today is how men and women communicate / understand things.
Okay. How men and women. So, obviously, we think, in my opinion, I feel like men and women communicate and understand things very, very differently, right? So, I feel like for me, from a woman's perspective, I feel like... I don't want to say this, but, don't take it personal, okay? Because, again, our page, we cater to the women. So,
Listen, no, look, everything I'm going to preface everything by saying this. This is my experience this is as far as what I do. I'm a different person from, everybody grows in that whatnot, but, all right, go ahead.
Okay.
And there's no
all right, so I feel like men are pretty, face value. You know what I mean? Like, they can't think outside the box in the sense of, trying to understand a message, right? So, we recently did an episode where Jeannie was talking about how on Valentine's Day, she was like, oh, no, babe, I don't want nothing.
Yeah, so she probably got nothing.
Yeah, but that's not funny. That's not funny.
I'm sorry, it's not funny, but it's just, I'm just laughing at, when they...
Okay, but let me continue, right? So, even though it's Valentine's Day and she said she wanted nothing, that was just the example that we'll go with. As a man,
absolutely,
I feel
impossible. I wouldn't. There's no way I would have got you nothing. There's no way.
You got to get something, right? So, but, and I get it, communication. Sometimes women just want to be surprised, so that's why we don't really speak up in those kinds of situations. Yeah. Whereas, you can probably, then it's two-sided, right? So if we don't speak up and be like, oh, I want. What would it feel like being like, oh, yeah, I want 2 dozen of roses for Valentine's Day? And then you come with 2 dozen of roses. You didn't think at all about trying to make it special, whatever. So that's, what I think it is. Whereas, what do you think from the guy's perspective?
Okay, well.
A holiday or a birthday, whatever.
All right, well, it depends. Let's just assume that you guys are dating. It's a serious relationship. We're not, this is not no... We're fucking around and no. This is we're dating, right? Mm-hmm. Boyfriend, girlfriend, IG, all that shit.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, am I committed or not?
You're committed.
Put me in those shoes. Am I committed or not?
She's on your IG. You guys are
cool. So all right.
Vacations, all that.
All right, cool. Simply put, knowing all right, let's just assume that men, most men don't grow up with both parents in the household. Some men don't have proper examples of what a man should be.
Okay.
Truthfully, bullshit.
Yep.
Most men don't, they may see their mom dating around because, things didn't work out with their father, et cetera, et cetera. So they don't really know what it is. Honestly, some men just aren't taught, just plain blank.
Okay.
Now, for those who know better, because of everything on the internet, this is the age of information. There's no reason why you don't
So nothing always means something. Is that what you're trying to say? Nothing always means something.
Absolutely. What, are you crazy? Duh. Of course. I'm not saying I'm not I'm simping or not like that. No. You're stupid if you think your girl really means she don't want nothing. If your girl, the girl you're committed to, and if you're not gonna buy her nothing either, you're just come on.
Okay.
You're sending a message too. You don't really.
So it's but vice versa too. I also feel like men should also be celebrated on those days, right?
100%.
It shouldn't just be
a
one-sided thing.
Whatever that means. Whatever that means for that person. Whatever you translated, over the time y'all been together. Cool.
And I feel like that has a lot to do with love languages. So your person may not like gifts, right? But maybe they like acts of service. So cooking a meal, whatever. So I do feel as far as understanding, partners understanding each other, you have to be able to not only recognize their love language and how they like to be loved and support that. But then they also kind of need to do the same in that situation. Nothing means something, right? Or whatever.
I can't even believe.
Can you give me any examples of how you feel like women need to communicate better or something like that?
I mean, so a lot of women, most women, let's say most, because I know there's the exception. Of course, we're not going to talk about the exception. Nobody moves off the exceptions. People move off the majority. So let's say majority of women play games, and that's true. When I say play games, wait.
What?
When I say play games, I'm sorry. Maybe let me reword what I'm saying.
Clarify.
A lot of the guys are like, yeah, you're right. A lot of the women are like, excuse me. When I say play games, permiso, excuse me. Let me reword myself. When I say play games, you guys talk in riddles sometimes.
Riddles.
And when I say that, like, y'all expect us to read between the lines, and we're not that smart. Y'all giving us too much credit.
I agree.
Like, y'all be giving us too much credit to, like, nothing. I don't want anything. It's all good, baby. It's all good, like nothing. I love it if we just stayed home and did nothing. That is the biggest. Well, there's some women who might mean it.
On occasion, that would be nice.
On occasion. Come on, you know what we're trying to say.
Yeah,
what are we saying here, bro? Like, figure it the fuck out. That's you know, like, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
If we're being honest, it's like, yo, come on.
Yeah.
If we, I'm just trying to be as real as possible, because, again, I do see the other side of it where men will be like, all right, cool, I'm on the right path. Like, she said she wants to stay home and do this. Like, maybe I spiced out a little bit. Hopefully he says I'll spice that up a little bit and make it somewhat special, but then maybe he doesn't. And it's just exactly what you said, and you're just like, this motherfucker didn't.
So then at what point is it that, like, the man feels like for me, I feel like if I said I wanted nothing, right, like, I would be like, damn, I would want my man to, like, follow up, like, babe, you really, come on. Mm-hmm. You really don't want to do nothing? Like, what's your ideal night or whatever? Like, I feel like men need to be able to ask those clarifying questions.
Of course. Yeah. Also, yes. You feel like men should do that. But then you also know that you're not supposed to give men that much credit for assuming. You can't assume that we know. You can't, women, for all y'all women, where's my camera? This one? Is it this one? No, it's this one. Oh, this one. Okay, cool. Yeah, for all y'all women, stop assuming men know. We don't know. And well, some men are mature enough, and, like, if you're dealing, especially, I feel like a lot of this is going towards, like, the younger women, or just the younger demographic. Men don't know. Like, it's better if you guys just told us so that we can get it right and get, that's it. Like, because if you fucking with somebody and then you start consuming content where they're not doing this, they're not doing that, and not putting yourself in their shoes and understanding that, damn, what if he just wasn't aware and, like, he would have done it? He'll adjust easily. Men will, I promise you, they'll get in their bag for any brother.
If they wanted
100%. But assuming that you're like that, right? Exactly. But most women are, it's me. What are you talking about? It's me. Like, okay, cool. Assuming that you're like that, how about you, assist in, like, if you see somebody with some potential that you fuck with, like, help them out.
Nah, I don't believe in potential.
No?
No.
Tripping.
Nah,
you're tripping.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. You want to know why?
Well, at your age, you don't believe in potential. This is, well, when I say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait. Oh, my God.
At your age. Can we not? Okay.
Wait.
You're right.
You're
right. At my age, I don't believe in potential.
Did you at 21?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So
fair enough.
Case closed. Anyway, so go ahead.
Fair enough. That was cutthroat. Okay, but my age, you're right. At my age, don't apologize.
I don't mean it like that. Yo, yeah, all right. So I'm gonna have to. All right, cool, got it. All right.
I'm just kidding.
Guards up. I got it. It's filters. All right.
No. So at my age, you're right. I don't believe in potential because I feel like I'm in my 30s, right? So it's like I feel like a man should already come with what he has to bring to the table.
100%.
Just like I do. So if I'm coming to the table with X, Y, and Z, I feel like my man should also be doing that. Like, I don't really see, oh my God, honey, you're doing such a good job. One day you're really going to make it. Like, I'm not coaching you up. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. Those days, like, you need to come. If I got it going on.
Those days are over.
Yeah.
There you go. Back to that initial point.
Yeah, that age coming. You're right. Those days are over. Like, you gotta have it. You gotta have what it is that I'm looking for. Like, I'm not. Yeah.
There's no time to waste.
So you're telling me that you believe in potential, and that's even at your age?
I mean, well, here's the thing, man. We think differently, though. That's the thing. Because it doesn't matter to me what you do. So, whether you got your shit together or not, it doesn't matter. Like, just being real.
But that's absolutely mind-boggling to me. How could you look at a woman?
Because that's Sarah, don't make me do it.
Do it. I know. I want you to do it because I can't understand how men can come on here and be like, oh, it doesn't matter anything. Like how? How can you?
Well, all right. So there's a few different type of men, right? Hold on. I feel like my lips are dry as fuck. I feel like I'm talking a lot. My lips are dry as fuck. Let me not be fake on here and try to like. All right. Let me just. Okay. Anyway, so there's a few different type of men.
Okay.
There's some men.
Categorize them for us. So ladies,
I don't know.
Pay attention, ladies.
I don't know how to. All right. There's two different. All right. There's very simple. Yeah. There's two different type of men. There's men who will ask for 50% of the check. And there's men who there's just. It would be impossible for you to like pull out your wallet. That's it.
I love this topic. Go ahead, continue.
Oh God, I feel like you know what? Let's do this because you know there's only one of y'all today. Jeannie, sorry you didn't come today.
Jeannie, I need you back up.
It's 1-on-1. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, so wait, I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying.
There's two types of men.
Okay, yeah,
there's 50,
all right, yeah.
And there's 100.
There's men who will do the like who accept or are looking for their woman to provide 50% of it, and there's men who are just like. There's just no way you're gonna ever even pull out your wallet for anything anyway. Period. Now, which perspective am I talking from? Because I only come from one, but I guess I can't even speak to the other one. So, from my perspective, you know, like I said, I'm talking from my perspective. Yeah, I think it's very telling also how you choose, because I tell my female friends, you put up with as much as you want. Period.
Okay, I believe that.
Period. And listen, you guys get too much credit or more than enough credit, whatever the case is, because you guys are smart, blah, blah, blah. If you guys are so smart and you guys stick around for so much bullshit, I don't understand. You guys got it. Yeah, this is true. You know this true. You know this true. You know this true. Just because whether y'all in bed together and the shit is good, or financially the shit is good, or
even emotionally,
whatever something's good.
I agree. Okay, I'm agreeing with you so far.
So, yeah. So, you know, like I said, there's men who won't let you pull out the check, and that's it. So, back to you.
Back to me. Okay. Yeah, don't get nervous. So for the 50-50 versus the 100, like, I agree. There's definitely two types of men. There's the men who want to go 50-50, and then there's the men who want to provide and take care of the wife. And I feel like, or their family, not necessarily just the wife, the family.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel like in those situations, like, the communication needs to be very clear up front from the beginning. And again, I agree, like, women put up with certain things, especially if love's involved. Like, if you love somebody, you're willing to overlook certain things where it's like, okay, I'm only paying half the bill, so it's fine. But like now at this age, I feel like, nah, I'm not going for the 50-50.
Yeah. Well, okay, so this is where I now remember my point. And this is why I said don't make me do it to you. Because I made a point the other day when we were talking at the studio, just chilling. And you was like, damn, I'm going to bring it up again. And this is, I've heard this, in many different forms, but it's very simply put is this. Not the reason. There's plenty of reasons why you don't choose to, you're not willing to get with somebody who has potential, or you need to come pre-assemble with your shit together, man, because it's not, we ain't got no time for that. Heard you. But for men, it's different because, at least for men like myself, or, whatever you want to call it, but to me, it doesn't make a difference what you do. As long as you're a person that, who's respectful, who's super nice and, feminine and genuine, all this kind of, all those great qualities, like the hard, obviously hard working in other ways. It doesn't have to be in career wise and this and that. It doesn't have to be none of that shit. You could make $2 a year. It wouldn't make a difference. Now, the reason why is because men, let me tell you why. Men are able to make queens out of anybody, out of somebody, out of technically a peasant. A queen could never make a peasant a king. Could never bring him up to royalty to do that. If we're talking technically, do you see what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, most women also don't want to do that. My mentality is I can't wait to get with somebody to take care of everything, so she doesn't have to do anything. She doesn't have to ever do anything. Like, that's my mentality, and that comes with whether she got this or that, and she's working this or that, and she's making $500K a year, it wouldn't matter. Like, if she was making $500 or $20K a year or $10K a year or not doing anything, if it was for me and I fucked with that, it's over for her. When I say it's over, like, it's up.
Okay, and all right, so I get that, but it's like I don't understand when you describe a woman and what she brings to the table. Now, aside from financially, you said like feminine. Like, what are those qualities that you're
Well,
looking
when I say feminine and stuff like that, like I mean like there's a lot of women who are very I hate to use the word like masculine, but just like not even masculine, just like, well, all right. So I understand the whole independent movement, the whole like women are doing everything dolo and doing everything by themselves and making all the money and doing all this shit. But they dead ass turning into the people the men they fucking hate, and all the men that do it like.
But this is the thing. Okay, not that I want to cut you off, but my thing is like we're in the age of 2023, right?
Yep.
Where women are required to go out and find a job. We can't stay at home.
No, okay, okay.
But we can't stay home. We can't just stay in our parents' house and just be sitting there waiting for some man to come and court us. Like that's not the reality of it.
Okay.
We're expected to get out of high school, either go to college, find a job, make money, become self. So this is what the history has almost put on us. So that we're where we're at today.
Recent
history. Not recent history. Not recent.
You telling me that this shit was going on in the 90s? In the 90s?
90s is not recent.
That's recent. I mean, I'm saying like this whole feminist movement, all this shit, like this whole independent crazy shit just happened. This is very recent. We are now seeing, like, there hasn't been studies long enough to show you what the repercussions of all this shit is.
Okay, so the problem is that women
haven't been like this all the time. I'm sorry.
Okay, women haven't been like this all the time, but women have also now determined and decided that they want to go to school and they want to be self-sufficient. And they want to have a profession. They want to have a career. So then it's like, okay, yeah. I don't need a woman to come to the table with any money. She could have make $2 in the year. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
I just can't even believe that because it's like you would want a woman who can't even hold an intelligent conversation. Like she wouldn't be able to.
Well, what does her making money have to do with her holding an intelligent?
Well, if she's not, I feel like if she's not educated or able to like, you and I can both agree that. If you haven't gone through certain things in life and had
100%.
like certain trials and tribulations that you're not able to communicate on the same level as people. If you've only stayed inside the house and like it's different. Like I just think it's a different atmosphere that you've been brought up in.
There's a million ways to go about it because there's some men who look for women who haven't been without as much experience. We kind of touched on that.
We know that, which is fucking.
Nah, I'm just saying. No, that's not what I look for. I'm only saying that because
you
know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about.
You look for women who don't.
I understand. I only did this because I said free. Because I'm thinking in my head. I don't want to say it, but he's out. It don't matter because he's out anyway. Okay, go ahead.
A moment of silence because we and him both know who we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We're not even gonna say his name on the fucking podcast. There's no fucking no. He's about to get booted. Josh is about to leave the episode early.
I did not say anything.
Okay, but yeah. Yes. So back to the point of is like I don't know. I feel like that whole 50-50 what the woman brings. Like I get it, but it's like a woman still needs to be able to like provide certain things. And you said like okay, feminine, money is off the table, but femininity like. What is that? So you just want a woman to it's, take care of the home, raise the kid?
Yeah,
like that's what you're looking for?
That. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course. Like, not the only thing. If she has any passions or anything she likes to do, I'll build you a whole house. Like, if you want to do art, if that's what you like doing, painting, I will. Cool. I will make that for you. Like, that's no problem. I want to explore. I want to be able to explore what you want to do, but I need to be able to work and not be thinking about home. You understand? Like, I need to be able to, like, push as much as I push. Like, I'm a maniac when it comes to work, so I don't want to be thinking about if my kids are good or if my girl's good or my parents or anything like that. Like, I'm not thinking about the home. Like, that shit got to be solid.
Okay.
So, the only way that works in my head is providing things at that level where, just like I said, like, I've said this to people. People know me, like, if you close to me, I've said this to many people, but when I get with whoever I'm getting with, like, my parents aren't going to be working. Her parents aren't going to be working. Like, I'm already putting myself in position to take care of that for them because I don't want them to, because to me, that's a burden, having my parents work. I don't want her to even have to think about that. Okay. As far as the mom, men, the father, whatever, I don't even know who I'm talking about.